Thanks very much for tuning in to the Property Show, the one-stop show for everything that's real estate. Joining us today is Gaurav Pandey. He is the head of research of Prop Equity, and of course, he will be taking all your buy, sell, invest questions. Gaurav, thanks very much for being here. And let's tell you what we've lined up for you on the menu, a deep dive into the MMR market. We'll cover Mumbai as well as Navi Mumbai to give you some hot property options. Down south, smart property in the IT city Bengaluru and also Chennai. And we'll be adding a new Tier 2 city from Gujarat, Vadodara, for best affordable options for middle income group. Also a special report on how the skyline of New Delhi suburbs is all set to kiss the skies. Okay, so that's what's coming up, but let's begin with the buy, sell, invest questions. Call us right away on the numbers on your screen or just shoot us an email at property@ndtv.com. And we'll begin with welcoming in Bharan on the phone line. Hi Bharan, good to have you. Go ahead, what's your question?
Yeah, the question is that, I had actually booked a flat 3 BHK in Kalpataru Crest in Pandu, and I paid around 30 lakhs in November 2011. And till now this construction has not commenced actually. So this is mainly for self-consumption. See, my query is that actually whether the project takes off, because we don't get any clear-cut answers actually from the builder. And second thing is, are there any good options actually in and around this area, like on the central line, especially from Ghatkopar to Mulund, closer to IIT is preferable.
Okay, so you're in a Kalpataru Crest property, is that correct?
Absolutely right.
All right. So nothing's happening there. What does he do? I think it's better to exit and then reinvest in another good project that you might have shortlisted for him, because the area that he shortlisted is good enough, and I'm sure he's got some reasons to be in that part of Mumbai.
In fact, if you look at his returns, the price point that he's entered to, the price point he's looking at exiting, the simple annualized return would be about 15% if you look at aggregate. Now, what I understand from him in terms of the email query when we received earlier, he's invested probably around 20%. Now, if you look at 20% at, say, all-inclusive cost vis-a-vis what he'll exit now, the leveraged gain that you look at, because he's not paying 100% upfront, is about 77%.
So he's made good money. But if the project isn't taking off and you have some concerns, though, actually Kalpataru is a good developer, so I really don't know what the delays are and the reasons, but for your comfort level, we'll recommend some more.
Sure. So we have options in the same corridor. So talking about that corridor, we have 3 micro markets. We have Ghatkopar, we have Vikhroli and Kanjurmarg. Ghatkopar West has about 12 projects with about 2461 number of units. Available units are just about 339. The inventory overhang stands at about 18 months. The weighted average price at about 11,600 rupees per square feet. Vikhroli West has about 4 projects with total supply of 307 units. Hardly you have any units available, so virtually no inventory overhang such. You have a trading price of about 11,500 rupees a square feet. The third micro market is Kanjurmarg, which has about 5 projects. Total number of units are about 718. The total available units are just about 166. The inventory overhang is slightly on the higher side at about 24 months. The weighted average price, however, is slightly lower because it comes further at about 10,000 rupees, 10,600 rupees a square feet. If you look at from a price appreciation perspective, Vikhroli has topped the absolute return at about 48% in the last 2.5 years, followed by Ghatkopar at 39% and Kanjurmarg at about 39%. So you would have made some reasonably good amount of annualized returns if you invest in these micro markets. We have 3 recommendations. The first is again from Kalpataru Group called Kalpataru Aura Phase 2 in Ghatkopar West. The price at this moment is about 12,500 rupees a square feet. Total number of units are about 700. This is completed already, so your risk has been fairly mitigated.
This and project is available from the developer even though the project is completed?
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. Yes. That the project is completed yet available from Kalpataru, so you can exit one. And I think the company would also then maybe actually help you out in exiting from the earlier project and entering into this one.
It's the same
developer, right. Okay.
The second option that we have is a project called Raj Splendor and part of the Raj Splendor Wing A from Rajesh Life Spaces. It's in Vikhroli West. trading at about 12,200 rupees a square feet. It's a fairly smaller project. It's about 84 units. It should be completed by next year, and units are still available from the developer. This project has also appreciated quite significantly. The third option that we have is from Gundecha Builders, a project name called Altura Phase 2. The price point for this project is about 11,200 rupees a square feet. The total number of units are just about 64. The project is completed, and you could get some units also from developer. So we have these three recommendations in this interesting corridor.
All right, so actually the locations, and these are of course Mumbai suburbs, Ghatkopar, Vikhroli and Kanjur Marg. 3 projects on our list, and these are all ranging, they're about 1.5 to 2 crore options. Kalpataru Aura Phase 2, Kalpataru, there's Raj Splendor Wing A, Rajesh Life Spaces, and there's Altura Phase 2 by Gundecha Builders. All 3 either completed or very close to completion and still available from the developer. So that's Mumbai market for you. Prices are going up, yet there is some inventory to be bought directly from the guys who are developing the project. Okay, we're going to take this next question. Deepa Shetty writes in from Bangalore, says, my budget is around 45 lakh rupees. I'm looking for an apartment around Electronic City. I'm interested in the Concord Windrush. Should I go for it? How is the surrounding of that location? Is it a good investment? Otherwise, give me your opinion and some options as well. So 45 lakh, very modest budget for Electronic City. We should be able to give a 2-bedroom options.
Sure. I think the micro market is quite well poised. The only thing is for this specific project, which is Concord Windrush, the developer is quite good, but this specific project unfortunately doesn't have the right ambience around it. So the surroundings and the location is not very premium, so to speak. So we have better options in the same location. So I'll rather come because we know Electronic City quite well. So let me give a snapshot of the micro market. There are about 15 projects in this micro market with a total supply of 3,884 units. The available units are just about 795, a very good inventory overhang at about 16 months. The weighted average price is 3,479 per square feet, and incidentally we did a show on affordable housing. This is one corridor where you have a lot of options. In Bangalore.
So under 60 lakh options.
Yes,
basically.
you have. So the price appreciation trend of Electronic City has been reasonably good. This micro market has appreciated by about 35% in the last 2.5 years, and we have 3 very interesting options in this micro market. The first is from Patel Realty called Smondoville in Electronic City at about 3,450 per square feet. This is a large township, so you have about 1,100 units. This township essentially has a lot of flavor of kind of a destination, you might say. The unit size of a typical 2 BHK should be around 900 square feet. The project has reasonably appreciated, so you should get some good options. The elevation of the project looks quite nice. The second recommendation that we have is a project called Himagiri Residency from Himagiri Group in Electronic City. The price point for this project is about 3,300 rupees a square feet. Total number of units are about 147. The completion date is 2014. It should be available from developer as well. The third recommendation that we have is a project called Fiesta Homes, which is near to Mahindra Satyam and Haikal Technologies. It's developed by a developer called SJR Prime Corporation. The project price point is about 3,350 per square feet. Total number of units are 342. The typical 2 BHK size is about 12-11 square feet, and the completion date is 2014. So good micro market, reasonably well priced project. So you should get projects around 45-50 lakhs in these 3 options.
All right, very quick summary. We're talking about the Electronic City. S. Mondoville Patel Realty is the first project on our list. There's Himagiri Residency by Himagiri Group and Fiesta Homes SDR Prime Corporation. So prime location, all in a budget of under 50 lakh rupees. So do go out and check these out. The biggest asset you buy with your savings is a home. So we make sure that you take the absolute right decision when parting with such a big chunk of your savings. We've got Mr. Subramaniam joining us from Chennai with a question on home buying. Hi, Mr. Subramaniam. Go ahead, sir. How can we help you?
Subramanian, I'm looking for some builder floor or apartment in Peringarattur near Tambaram. What would you advise in this regard?
Okay, and Tambaram because it's close to the working place?
This is Peringarattur. I'm looking for Peringarattur. This is nearby suburban, nearby Tambaram.
All right. So 30 lakhs, and I guess you will have to go outside of the city also. Some of the areas which are developing, like Old Mahabalipuram Road, etc., are expensive.
Yeah.
Tambaram, how does this market look? It's been a slow market, isn't it?
It's a good...
From an appreciation point of view.
From an appreciation point of view, it's very slow actually. But from a pure end user market, in the price bracket that he's looking at, sub 30 lakhs kind of project.
Good place to stay.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a nice place to stay.
Nice place
yes.
to stay. And in fact, there are some good prospects of this micro market because this believe that there is a monorail project and a 54-kilometer stretch in Corridor 1. So when this will happen, hopefully there will be price appreciation, because that's what we've noticed in micro markets across India, wherever some infrastructure initiative like this comes up. So right now, from appreciation slow, but from livability, you're right, it's got quite interesting perspective. So we have about 14 projects in this micro market of Tambaram, which is about 1,006 units. The available units at about 621, and inventory overhang at about 15 months, which is quite decent. The weighted average price for this micro market is about 37-34 per square feet. It's a largely an affordable market, so price appreciation has been quite low, I must say, because it's just been about 11% in last 2.5 years. The 3 recommended projects that we have shortlisted for you in this micro market is one by Pace Developers called Pace Anusha. This project is about 3695 per square feet. It's a slightly large project of 308 units, and you will have this project completed hopefully by next year, and units are available directly from the developer. The second recommended project that we have is from a developer called Stepstone, and the name of the project is Aritha, and it's located in Tambaram West. It's trading at about 3,500 rupees a square feet, about 76 odd units. Launch date was this year, should be available by the developer itself. Hopefully should be completed by 2014. The third recommended project is a project name called Ruby Avenue from Ruby Builders. It's very near Tambaram East, slightly more reasonable at about 3,000 rupees a square feet, at about 112 number of total units. The 2 BHK for this project should be around 726 square feet. Hopefully this project again would be completed by next year. So these are 3 interesting options in Tambaram.
Alright, so Chennai is the market we're talking about, and a very, very good budget, 30 lakh rupees. Tambaram is the market, monorail project likely to actually give a boost to real estate in this market. We've got 3 projects, Pace Anusha, Pace Builders. We've also got Arthita, Stepstone and Ruby Avenue by Ruby Builders.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display, full screen view, faster response time, and Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.